Hello, everyone. It's Carina from Breakfast Find Freedom, and I've got such an awesome guest. And you will, if you've been following me for a while, you have. And I haven't spoken to Dino for how long? A year. It's so bad. But the exciting part is that Dino's just changed and doing so many exciting things. We have to speak to him. So I'm not going to talk anymore. Let's just say hello, Dino. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you? Long time no see.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's nearly a year, and what happened in all that time? I know I see you occasionally pop up on social media, and I can see you just growing and doing all sorts of exciting things. So tell me a bit. What's happening?
Well, same thing. Plugging away at this OpiAID. Awesome technology, but again, like anything, we're talking about stuff that goes with clinicians and physicians. It's not a radio or a TV that you're promoting. It's very complex parts, and understanding it and explaining it, better yet, explaining it and how it has a great impact on the recovery community is like paramount. So it's taken a year of going coast to coast, coast to coast, coast to coast, and meeting and connecting with the right people to get us in a position now where we're commercializing this technology and care and putting it in the places that matter most, which is, the clinics, the rehab centers, the detox, all of the above, basically, so that we can help people.
Wow. So have you seen a lot of good results out of this already?
Yeah, the results are great. The stories are great. I mean, everybody's got their own journey, but just to kind of see like the difference of before and after. Um, I mean, look at it this way. You could go to the best treatment center in the country, right? And they're doing it right. But so
Yeah.
imagine that being like a Mercedes Benz. That's great, good quality, great car, great reputation. A lot of people want it because of that. And then all of a sudden, we integrate our technology into that Mercedes Benz. Now, all of a sudden, that Mercedes Benz becomes an AMG, which is the hyped up
So,
version of the Mercedes, right? It's better than good, it's the best. And
yes.
so,
Yes.
with those additional insights, the additional tools that are available because of our technology, it's able to help in the recovery process. Because I mean, look, the goal is for somebody to have long term recovery, right? Not just to do it.
Yes.
Oops, I slipped. I'm back to square one. Oops, I slipped. I mean, to have the best chances at living a normal life again.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and so, if our technology is something that can enhance that and make that possible, all of a sudden, everybody's recovery numbers, the success rates go up, right? So this is the feather in the cap of all the clinics that we're partnering up with, is that you're doing a great job. Now we can do help you even be better, and so that's what it's all about. It's you have to understand that it's for the people that are looking for help, right? It's to also, understand that we're promoting long-term care and recovery, and it's to understand that we're trying to increase the recovery rates, and the success rates, the success stories, because the way percentages are in in the country, I mean, it's almost like if you look at it by percentages, you don't have a chance. And that's why so many people relapse, or what they say, fall off the wagon. It's because it's hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard.
Yeah. So does this give the people the support afterwards? Because I know, I mean, we've spoken so many times. It's that support after they've come out of rehab and they've gone back into the family and all that. So does that support them along the way in that time when they're so vulnerable?
Well, and that's a good way to characterize it. It's continuation of care. So it depends who you partner with, right? So the whole goal would be, in like a perfect world, is that somebody comes into a facility that offers care, right? And part of that care is using our technology. So they slap on a watch, our opiate powered watch that takes in the biometric readings every 5 minutes. Okay.
Wow.
And then these readings go to our database. It's the largest database for behavioral health and substance use disorder in the world. Okay.
Wow.
We
Wow.
apply machine learning, which is basically AI, and the algorithm. And then what comes back to the clinician's office, who has a customized dashboard that we provided for them. Okay. It'll show insights. It'll show, stress level, craving score, heart rate, sleeping pattern, their sleep score, right? Where they have all the to make this simple, all of the markers, all of the important alerts that all are important to care. So, example, if you're not sleeping right, that's going to affect your mental state. So, that's one big trigger. But another one is like what I mentioned, the craving score. I mean, we are the only people on the planet that are able to distinguish between anxiety, depression, and withdrawal, that craving score.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
So, it makes an easier assessment how to personalize somebody's care, because like as an example, when I went through my recovery, I went to a rehab center and I kept saying, I mean, I feel anxious. Well, how do you feel? I don't know. Well, describe how you're you're not thinking about finding the right words to explain how you feel.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And because we're in recovery, we're kind of, I mean, let's face it, we're master manipulators. We know what to say and how to say it in order to get what we want. And it's funny that, you're hooked on something, and then you go to get help, and then you wind up getting hooked on what they give you to get off of the other
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And so that's not sustainable either. And so personalized care is the way to go. So back to the watch, the utopian world would be when somebody comes in to recover, they're issued the watch, they're being monitored by the clinician's dashboard, and the insights help the clinician make good decisions. And let's say they finish a 7-day program for detox, or they finish a 30-day program for recovery, and they go into sober living, or they
Yes.
just go
Yes.
home. They're assigned somebody, a counselor, a therapist, a psychiatrist, or your physician, right? That has access to that dashboard that can follow along. So now you got a continuum of care going with
Yes.
you. It's like
Yes.
kind of like a buddy on your wrist that gives you, constant reminders and talks to the doctor for you, right? So when you come in for a visit 30 days later, they're like, so how's it been going? Well, I've had good days and bad days. That doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
How you been sleeping? Okay, I guess. you know how's the medication working? Well, sometimes, it's hard to kind of recap 30 days in your head, especially
Yes.
when you're in the recovery process, and try and explain to the person asking you, how's it been going? Instead, they could look at the dashboard and they get the readouts hour by hour, day by day, over those 30 days of exactly what's happening. And they know how to adjust everything to customize for you. Do you,
Yeah. That's beautiful.
yeah, I mean, and some people recover faster than others. So why would we treat people the same in recovery? Everybody's different.
Yes, yes. And that's the beautiful thing, because you always find that, well, you have to recover, so you've got to recover this way. So that gives, because everyone is different, you're right. So everyone's got that individual, what works for one person doesn't work for the other person.
Right. And it's a difference like height and weight, or size,
Yes,
shape,
yes.
or your drug of choice, or how long you've been on it. I mean, some people will, and I'm not knocking one or the other, but some people will come in and say, you know what, I'm drinking too much wine. Okay. Then somebody else will be, coming in like me, that's saying I'm drinking a handle of vodka a day for 25 years. All right. One addiction isn't better than the other. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, my tolerance may be way higher than somebody else's.
Yes, yes.
But we're treating both people the same, you see? And so, like me, I was almost over medicated, right, with the
Mm,
depression pills and the anxiety pills and the
yeah,
withdrawal pills, and it was like more and more and more and more and more. And what happened was I was sober, I was clean and sober. Nobody could take that away from me, but I was dead from the neck up. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to meet people. I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to watch TV. I would just sit in a chair or on my couch and just stare.
yeah, yeah.
And that's in many ways for me it was worse. It's like Night of the Living Dead. I mean, I couldn't take it. So representing this technology is exciting because it is what I was hoping for when I was in recovery. Like there's got to be a better way.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I know quitting is hard, but there's got to be a better way because this is just horrible, you know.
Mm,
And
mm.
I understood very quickly why people stop and go back. It's because it's just too much. It's unbearable.
Yeah, yeah. So you give that people, it's almost like that little ray of hope. At least, okay, I've got something that can support me when I'm feeling, it's easy to just relapse. So I can't take this anymore. And
Yeah, and not only that, but studies have shown that, you know, knowing that you're wearing something that's interacting with your clinician gives you that comfort level and that peace of mind where you're more likely to stay on a program knowing that you almost have this invisible virtual lifeline to
yes,
your
yes,
doctor.
yes,
So there's a lot of moving parts in this thing, but the most simplest way is, the watch generates biometric readings that's picked up by our database. The database applies AI, sends it to the clinician that's treating you, who has a dashboard that we've created specifically for their office. And on that dashboard is Johnny and Sally and Susie and Bill, and with a click of the mouse, they could, kind of look at everything going on with them, hour by hour basis, 24/7, 365. There's nothing else like this out there. So, that's really, really special. So
yes, yes,
it's a lot of work. I mean, this was created, it was clinically tested. It was done over and over and over again, but to commercialize it, just pretend like nobody even knew your name and you have to introduce yourself to the whole country, actually the whole world. Hi, I'm Dino. I represent OpiAID. Let me tell you what OpiAID's about. Well, it's kind of like this thing with I mean, that was step one, to let people know there's a new way.
yes,
And
yes,
now step two, which is a lot more fun, is to start implementing this technology in places all over the world, um, and knowing that people are coming to these places to get care.
yes, yes. So that's exciting. So how's this changed your life?
It's a lot of fun. It's there's a purpose, there, and when I recovered, I didn't want to go back to the stuff that I was doing, the same old stuff. I
Yeah,
wanted to stay in the field that helped me recover, and I wanted to be able to help others. Because once you're helped, your job is to help as many people as
yes,
possible by, some people sharing their story or writing a book or sponsoring people in AA meetings or whatever your deal is. Mine was, hey, I'm latching on to this technology that I wish was around when I was recovering, but now that it is around, I want to use that, my voice, my story, and I want to help as many people as I possibly can. So for me, that's really rewarding.
yeah, it must be because you can see the difference within in the whole. So tell me about, so where has it gone from here? So have you like extended it? Because I know you meant you were talking a bit about smart clinics and things. Is that something that you're really looking at, or Is it still working? Or are you still doing
No,
the?
it's nothing that we're looking at. Smart clinics, as an example, is powered by the OpiAID technology. It's one of our partners who's in Las Vegas. And so
Okay.
I'm excited about what they're doing there. And the same way we powered smart AI clinics is the same way we're powering other clinics all over the world, right? By licensing our technology and letting them use it by integrating into their clinic and giving them access to the best care around too. So every place that we touch has a dashboard and a supply of these biometric watches that their patients can wear. And that's how the magic happens. And again, I mean, they go through everything that they normally go through. They got the group sessions, and if you're a faith-based program, they follow the 12 steps as an example, or what have you. There's counseling. I mean, there's all the same things that a good clinic has, with the addition of the shiniest, newest tool around, which basically provides like real-time insights for the clinicians to read. So the example that I give is like, if before you, my story represents like a wall to wall filled with encyclopedias, a physician has 5 to 10 minutes to assess who I am. Okay. Half
Yeah.
of the time is going to be looking at my past records to see what's happened, what kind of treatment I've had before, what kind of ailments I've had. And probably the other 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes, is going to be answers from the questions, right? How do you feel? What's been going on? How much do you drink? Or how much pills do you take? Or, whatever it is. And based on those answers, they're going to decide how to treat me. But if I'm not in my right state of mind, the conversation isn't going to be very open and accurate, right?
Yeah.
Or if I'm craving or feeling anxious or I'm trying to deceive you or any of the above, I'm going to say things that don't make sense, or I'm going to say things a certain way to get what I want, which is like that withdrawal medication that everybody, well, if I can't have this, I'm going to have this. And so with our technology, it's basically cutting through all that noise and providing the doctor a pretty accurate account of my assessments so they can make the best decision,
Mm, mm, mm,
right? And that's like basically being able to read a wall to wall encyclopedia filled in seconds rather than years, okay, or days or months or whatever it is. So it's very accurate. It's really cool. This is definitely AI for good. We're putting it in for good use, and that's kind of cool.
It's very cool. Now I'm going to go back and refer to, because we did a podcast for a while, and I just have to bring this because you were at one point you hated social media and all technology. So it's quite interesting how you in right in it right now, and how things just change, and you found AI, which is really the best of technology right now, and you working with it, and you've just flowing with it. It's so pretty cool to see that transformation and that growth.
Yeah, well, make no mistake, I'm still a dinosaur. The world didn't adapt for me. I had to adapt to the world, right? But you have to, and you want to get your word out. You got to be, use the mediums and the platforms that people look at, right? And you could get to more people. You can reach them faster and all that. Nothing, still, in my opinion, replaces that face-to-face handshake and eye contact. But in association with that, you could get to a lot of people faster by doing it this way, right? And AI is just going to keep getting better and better and better. I mean, right now we're cutting edge. Imagine, like every year that goes by, our database is getting smarter and smarter and smarter.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the insights, there's more of them that we could provide. They're even more accurate. I mean, it just gets better. So this is just this is the beginning. This is like us being the only iPhone invented, and everybody else has a flip phone. So, 1,000 times better than a flip phone, right? But all of a sudden, our iPhone now is evolving. So we got the i3, i4, i5. We're going all the way to i16, which is the current model, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of the same example. And the clinics that are partnering up with us that are using our technology, the advantage they have is they keep getting a newer and newer model as we grow and get smarter. Their insights get broader and more spectacular in graphics and all that other stuff. They grow with us, which
yeah.
is kind of a cool partnership.
It's a very cool partnership.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. What else are you doing? Like that can't just control. That's not your whole life. What else are you doing that's exciting?
Well, this pretty much takes up a lot of time, Karina. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, uh, it's not just the meetings, but I like knowing who we're partnering up with. It's breaking bread, and what you'll find is a lot of people in this field are actually people that have recovered themselves, that
Yeah,
are in
yeah,
recovery, and then
yeah.
they want to do good, so they jump back into the um, operation, and then they're trying to help other people. So that's the cool part about it. This is something that is the whole project is definitely a marathon, but it's a sprint. If I want to do good and make an impact, the sprint is that I need to get into as many clinics and treatment centers as I possibly can, because people will always need help to recover. But
Yes, yes,
if I can help people now, then it's pretty selfish for me to say, well, you know what? We'll still be around. I mean, yeah, we'll still be around, but think of all the people we could have helped along the way if I just kind of boosted the rockets a little faster and got it in to these places. So, we've streamlined our integration. I've made everything kind of faster and more efficient from the standpoint of presentation and getting it right in where we need it. And it shouldn't take months to set up a clinic. It should take a week. And so think how many more people we could touch because we've kind of trimmed down the integration times.
it's so cool because I mean, like with everything, once you start getting into it, then you start seeing the different things that you can like better streamline and things just move faster and faster. So how do you choose your partners?
How do I choose my well, it's tough. There's so many factors, but one of the things is that I'm looking for people that have been in this space for a long time. I'm looking for partners that want to make a difference, that are kind of like-minded with, they align with my vision and also the company's vision. And I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible. I'm looking for people that aren't really interested in that revolving door thing. Like, oh, you know what? You got out of treatment, you're clean and sober, you slipped up, which mistakes happen, and then we'll take you back in. And every time you come in, that's more insurance, more insurance. I don't want meat houses. I want people that are interested in the long goal, which is a high success rate and having people that you never see again back in
Yes,
the clinic.
yes, yes.
That's who I want. And so it's quality over quantity, because I want the best of the best to be able to represent us and our technology, which is the best and the best. So it's kind of like they're looking at us, we're looking at them. It's kind of got to be kind of a very happy marriage. And you know who wins? Is the person in recovery,
Yes, and that's
right?
what you want, right?
Yeah, it's not about me, it's not about the clinic, it's about the people that go visit it. How was the experience? I mean, quitting isn't going to be enjoyable. Like, hoo, I'm going into treatment. Everything is going to be fun. You're gonna, there's going to be bad days, right? But if we can help minimize that pain and make your recovery safer and more effective, and dare to dream, recover faster, right? That's the whole name of the game. because you're going to keep getting better and better and better. I was addicted for over 25 years. Okay. But now with everything social media and everything is everybody's looking for a magic pill, they expect somebody who's been addicted for 25 years to come out the other side and say, okay, it's been a month. I should feel better. Why don't I feel better? Why do I still feel anxious? Why do I still have cravings? Dude, it's going to take time. Just like it took time for you to get addicted.
Yes,
It's
yes.
just like going in to work out, right? Okay, I did some push ups. How come my stomach and how come I don't have those ridges? Because it takes a while, it takes a long time, right? So there's no difference in the recovery process. You got to give it some time, right? But what we don't want is two steps forward, one step back. Even though everybody says it's okay and it's part of the process, I don't. I wish it wasn't that easy for people to think that way. Like, I could slip up. It's
Yeah.
okay. Try not to. Like, I didn't ever want to go back to my treatment center ever. I'm like, this is the last time you guys are going to see me in here. I'm going to do everything I can so you never see me again, unless you invite me to speak. You'll never see me as a client. And I kept my word, and it was really tough. Not in recovery, but after I got out, for me to just stay sober. I mean, there was just so many obstacles, so many things, but I did it. And if I could do it, anybody could do it, right?
Yes, right. And
Yeah.
with this technology as well, you've got that support. So it just helps you when you feel like you can't cope and you want to go back. So I like that because this revolving door it's impossible. It just doesn't make sense to me either.
Yeah,
So
and it's not because they're bad people running the place. It's just the way the system is. I mean,
yeah,
they get compensated in payment by insurance because insurance will pay for somebody who relapses, but it's you almost have to pull teeth for insurance to keep you on a long-term recovery program. They only cover a certain amount, right? And so because the system is set up the way it's set up, most people find that when they're in the care business of others, that you can only help them for so long.
yeah, yeah.
Like my counselor, when I was in there for 30 days, the better I got, the more sad she became. And I'm like, why are you sad? I thought you were happy for me. She's like, I am. It's just that your program runs out in 5 more days. And as happy as I am with your progress, I just wish there was more time we could spend together. Because she knew once I left, that's it. Her hands are tied. She can't help me past the the treatment
Yes.
that employs her. So it's kind of a very tricky, kind of business. For us though, insurance or no insurance, for as little as $6 a day, you can have the most spectacular state of the art technology that exists today that can help give you the best chances of long term recovery. I mean, that's nothing. And so doesn't matter if you're covered by insurance or not covered by insurance. $6 I mean, I should do a commercial for less than the price of a
Cup of
Starbucks
coffee.
cup of coffee. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's really, if you break it down by day, it's totally ridiculous. And yet you need to explain it. I need to be visible. I need to talk to people. I need to explain this as if they've never heard it before. And after a year of doing this, we've made tons of progress. There's tons of places now that we're working with, and that will continue to explode now, that everything's in place.
But yes, it's always difficult for people to when you make inroads because you're going to change. With this, you're changing the whole landscape of recovery, which is really exciting. But you have to make those roads, which is always hard. You've got to push through, right?
You're writing a new book that's never been written before.
Yes.
This has never been done before. So It's like I don't want to sound like, oh wow, whatever. But as the company, we will forever change the way recovery is done.
Yes,
And
yes.
there's no manual that you can refer to. There's no rule book. There's no let's look at somebody who's done it before. This is just sheer doing the next right thing and then using my previous entrepreneurial experience to say, this is what we have to do next, or this is how I need to do this next, and just writing the book as we go along. It's kind of like uncharted territory.
But that's what makes the adventure exciting, right?
Yeah, on all levels. So this is a really cool thing, and it's taken off. It's really great.
And for you as well, because you're traveling and you're meeting new people. So, how's it affecting your life, really?
It's enriching it. I love to travel. I love traveling. You go to a different place, you get great food, great people, and you have a mission all combined into one. What a great way to live, right?
Right?
Instead of like, because too many people default to get in their same rut. Every day's the same. They get up at this time, they eat breakfast at this time, they work out, they go to work, whatever. It's the same surroundings, always the same thing. And that, don't get me wrong, could be a fruitful life, right? A rewarding life. But then for me, I always liked traveling. It's like somebody taking a constant vacation. So work
Yeah.
doesn't feel ever like work. It just feels like a vacation. I've been here, I've been there, I've been there, I've been there. Where other people are like, hey, you know what? This summer we should go to Florida. I've been to Florida 20 times in the last, you know. So there's my vacations, I mean, it's great.
So, you're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course. If it's when it stops getting fun, that's when I get out. And that's not happening anytime soon, trust me.
So, what's next?
This is a huge thing all by itself. This is gonna continue to go. What's next? Nothing. This is pretty much 100% of what I'm focusing on right now.
The vision is huge, right?
It is. Well, it's not just the vision being huge. It's a huge market, right?
Yeah,
Imagine you were the very first person that produced a TV,
yeah.
and nobody in the world has this TV. Your work will never end. First, you got to tell people what a TV is, what kind of channels it could get, what kind of entertainment can be on this thing. You have to talk to people that have shows to produce and get them through your TV. And then you got to go to every single house in the world and say, you know what? That TV would look great on your wall. Okay. Your work will never end. I mean, it's just a daunting task. I mean, people think like, oh, well, you just do this, and you do a couple clever social media clips, and that's it. Everybody knows what it is. This is like the first TV ever. And I have to not only explain it, I have to market it, I have to implement it, and then see the results of it, and then talk to the happy people that have gone through it. And each of them have their stories, and some of them want to tell their stories, and some of them don't. But this is huge, right?
So, what's
All
it?
unwritten books.
Oh, I know. But that's exciting.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't tell me, so what's next? This is it. Korea. This is it. This is, you know, that's enough.
So, what's a normal day like for Dino?
Uh, well, because I'm dealing coast to coast, obviously East Coast starts at a certain time. You're 3 hours behind because you're West Coast. But when you think your day's done, you start getting West Coast calls. So your midnight is only 9 o'clock at night there. So expect not to sleep too much. But it's okay. I mean, you find breaks in the day. The more you know people, the more you can kind of talk on the phone, or there's Zooms. There's all kinds of ways. There's texts. But for the most part, it's off and on the phone on some capacity all day long. But you have time to do your errands and go to the gym and go to the beach and do all the things that normal people do.
And you're pretty close to the beach, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Got to be around water, Karina.
Yes, yes. So do you go to the beach often?
It is just right about now beach weather. So up until now the water's cold, so I don't go in cold water. But but between now and October is great beach weather. Or in California, even in August, the water's very cold. It's just I'm not going to swim in that
But it's always beach weather here in California.
unless you're in the water, right?
Well, it's not so bad if you can walk along. I mean, I don't go swimming, but to walk along, it's initially it's like it's cold, and then it's okay, it's cool.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So, Dino, what about you doing also? I know you've changed a whole lot of things in your. You're doing exercises and you're going to the gym every day. Is that all part of your wellness now?
Yeah, it always has been. It always has been. It's just, the intensity has picked up. The efficiency of it has picked up, just like everything else. So I don't spend more time on it, but I've just worked out a system where it's more efficient and effective and you get better results. Isn't it funny how everything's like that in my life? So you could do more in the same amount of time, sometimes less time, and you still have quality of life. Like you still have your downtime. You could be lazy, you could watch a movie, you can hang out with your friends, you could, do the stuff that people do, to kind of decompress. But yeah, wellness is it's a huge topic and it involves a lot of things, and one of them is like almost like meditation and reflection, and a lot of it is physical activity, kind of getting rid of that energy and feeling active, and some of it is laziness, some of it is creativity, some of it is action, which is the workaday, all combined into one. Oh, and don't forget eating. So you gotta eat right even when you don't feel like eating right, or you're not hungry. You got to kind of force yourself to say, you know what, I'm not taking in enough calories, or I'm taking in too many calories. This is all checks and balances, trial and error every single day. Some weeks you get it more right than others, but over the long haul, in this past year, I've tried to kind of ramp up everything in my life, including exercise.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So, what kind of exercise do you do? Do you play pickleball?
Do I what?
Do you play pickleball?
No, I don't play pickleball. I have played. Obviously, I promoted the pickleball stuff,
I
but
know it's
yeah, but it's mostly in the gym. And here's the great part. I'll give you a tip. So whatever exercise you're doing, go to Chat GPT, who every time you talk to it, it stores you in the memory. It gets to know you better, right? And just
right.
be honest with the chat. Just say, "Here's how old I am. Here's how much I weigh, um, and I'm looking to become this. My right shoulder hurts from time to time. I have a back injury. Sometimes I get lazy. So anything you want to say. Pretend it's a confessional, and then you tell it, create a 5-day workout for me. Boom. And it's going to do it. And then you look and you're just like, okay, this one I can do. This one I really don't like. So you perfect it. You say, can you change this exercise and make something that fits me better? Okay, trial and error. After a while, you get a perfect workout. And that
Nice.
AI kicks your butt because the AI knows who you are. They know how much you can handle. They know if you're being lazy and you're just saying, well, this is too heavy of a weight for me, or this is too hard of an exercise. It knows, no, you can do this. And so you do that for, let's say, a month, and then you say, hey, I like my results. I'm noticing that I want to tone this, or I want to tone my arms, and can you enhance that? And then it'll make a better workout for you. So now you're
Wow.
following a specific customized workout just for you without a trainer. If you don't understand any of the exercises, do what I do, cut and paste, put it in Google, and it'll explain what the exercise is. But after a while, you're just like, okay, what kind of exercise do I have for me today? And you're following something that you've never followed before. It's definitely out of your comfort level. But when you finish, you'll ask it, like, am I supposed to feel sore because I did this exercise and I don't feel sore? And it'll say, oh, give it 24 to 48 hours. You'll feel it. And sure enough, the next day you're just like, oh my God, this hurts. You know. So that's a tip to start getting fast results. If you do that and follow the first AI generated workout for just 30 days, you will see an immediate improvement in your
Wow.
physique. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take it up, and then what? We'll talk in 30 days and see the results.
Yeah. I mean, try it. This is what I've been doing for the last 4 months. So I've been working out, but you reach that, your body's very efficient. So whatever
Yeah.
you do, you get in a routine, your muscles get used to it. And so there's no growth, there's no definition, there's no movement because you're stale. And then so I took that stale exercise and I put it in AI and it ramped it up. And so for the last 4 months, I've been doing that. And seriously, it's a complete difference.
So you see results.
Absolutely.
So have you got your six pack?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I do. And I'm just like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. The unveiling is what's the first holiday? Memorial Day?
Memorial Day. Yes, I think Memorial Day
Yeah.
is.
So that's the first beach day that I'm gonna go. And of course you keep working and perfecting, but that's when I'm gonna officially go to the beach. But yeah, I'm 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 3 weeks away from what I think is ready.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love
Yeah.
to see the results of that after 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, in my birthday's coming up in September, so that's when I'll take a photo. I'm shy, but 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 anyway, this it'll be fun. This is what I've been working on.
Wow, that's been a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
you like into these all these things. And what about creativity? What do you do for creativity? Are you still playing the drums?
No, but pretty much your mind is creative all day with this venture that I've undertaken. So you're very mentally tired at the end of the day, which is
Mm.
sometimes worse than physically tired. So I got enough creativity. we're we're okay.
It's so cool. This has been so cool catching up, Dino. It's so nice to just chat about things. So tell me a bit if a recovery rehab or whatever wants to reach out to you and partner with you, how do they do that?
Obviously you could follow me around social, but I prefer if somebody could. I'll give you a special number. You can call me or even text me on that number. It's 910-777-4915.
Okay, I'll put it in the description box as well if anybody wants to
Yeah, I'm
reach out.
old school. Call me and we can have a conversation. All this other stuff is just a bunch of noise. The best way for me to communicate and connect with somebody just is a phone call. So this makes it really easy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll put all the details at the bottom of the thing. And what else? Is there anything else that?
That's about it for now. I mean, just kind of keeping busy, keeping busy. It's all good though.
It's very good. It's exciting. So I can't wait
Yeah.
to see. I can't wait to see the big reveal in a
Yeah.
few
The
weeks'
big,
time.
the big reveal. I'll take some photos.
Yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great. So we can and maybe we can do a podcast where you can show it off. How about
No, I'm
that?
not doing a podcast to show it off. Come on. This is for fun. This is personal. I'm not. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Dino.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. This has been so cool.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time. I know you're really busy, and it took us a while to do this, so thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. It was good seeing you. You
Good
take
seeing you
care and
too.
we'll be in touch. Okay. Thanks for having me
Thanks.
on. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Appreciate it too. And have an awesome day.
You too. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.